Welcome to Carding Mill Valley, a place of natural beauty, steep climbs, and highly questionable medical advice from husbands. Angela, freshly diagnosed with fibromyalgia and post-migraine, bravely sets off to conquer a hill in a raincoat she hates. Will she triumph? Will Alan stop power walking ahead? And more importantly, will there be cake? But before we boldly hike into the unknown, Angela assesses the true backbone of any British adventure: the availability of snacks and toilets.
Just after the car park, there is a restaurant and there's toilets and there's disabled toilets. The disabled toilets are down about 4 steps. It's wheelchair accessible as long as you can go up and down steps. There are lots of different walks here and lots of signs like this. The walks are actually really clearly signposted. So as you pick your walk, you find the colour of the route, and then you'll find, like over here, you just follow the coloured arrows and that takes you on the route you're going on. First time we came here, we actually brought a map and compass, but it was much easier just to follow the coloured arrows.
So far so good. And a useful note is that you can bring your dog, but it has to be on the lead because there's lots of sheep around, so they're quite happy for you to bring a dog with you there.
What I'm hoping to do is get up there. I think Alan might have something to say about it, but that's what I'm aiming for today.
It's a long way.
Angela has a goal. A very steep, very distant goal. Alan, naturally, has thoughts. But before any uphill heroics comes the all-important decision: left or right?
This is the point where I need to decide what I'm doing. As you can see, the rosacea has kicked in.
That is quite hard work.
Yeah, I'm hot. I am hot and sweaty. So let me just flip the camera around and I'll show you what we're looking at. So the path splits here and you can see the coloured markers on that little signpost. So I can go left here, and that's quite a level walk but rocky, and that leads to a waterfall. This path here, however, goes up a valley between these 2 hills all the way to the top.
Angela never shies away from a challenge, even when it's entirely unnecessary.
I know that some of you are going to be watching this thinking, I thought you had a chronic illness. I thought you were in pain all the time. How are you climbing a pretty great hill? And here's the thing, fibromyalgia is different for everybody. You experience the pain differently. But one thing you have in common is learning to carry on despite the pain. Yes, it hurts to go up a blooming great hill, but I love the scenery and I love the wildlife. So I'm going to have a little bit of pleasure. And this afternoon I might not be able to walk. And tomorrow I might sleep all day. I'll have that bit of pleasure. And that's why I do it.
After ascending the hillside at a pace best described as heroic tortoise, she earns her reward: a deeply unflattering Kagoul purchased in a Costa del Sol emergency in a colour that screams unwell but trying.
This is an area of outstanding natural beauty. because of the wildlife that's here, the flora, the fauna. It's a beautiful, beautiful area. So no barbecues, nothing like that. Also, no drones. So if you ever see, and I have seen, amazing drone footage across these hills, they shouldn't be doing it because it stops the wildlife from breeding. Very naughty. Don't do it. I just wanted to say that I'm feeling very proud of myself.
Well done.
However, I am really looking forward to a cup of tea and a cream tea or a pasty.
Oh, that'd be nice. A nice sit down.
A nice sit down, yeah. Right, downhill now.
It's downhill all the way.
Having conquered the hill and declared victory in at least one direction, Angela begins the descent, physically, not emotionally. Our intrepid explorers pause at Lightspout Waterfall. Where the path of least resistance becomes oddly appealing. From here, gravity is finally on their side, and they are not wasting it.
We went to the top. Well,
Yeah.
not the top, but up the massive hill climb.
Yeah, out
could have
onto the
gone-
plain.
We could have gone a longer route than the plane, but I think you did well. Pleased with that?
I'm pleased with that. As you keep saying, use it or lose it.
Use it or lose it, and there's a relatively challenging, but not undoable, if that makes sense.
Yeah, there's enough kids up there moaning. Yeah. So now it's definitely time for tea.
And cake.
As our heroes enjoy their well-earned refreshments, tea, cake, and mutual tolerance, we invite you to like, share, and subscribe. If you've made it this far, type the word woolly in the comments. It'll confuse the casuals and delight the loyal. And do stick around. There's one last burst of sarcasm waiting in the credits. And if, for reasons unknown to science, you'd like more footage of two mildly confused people wandering through drizzle, here are your options. Go on, click something. It's not like you're getting anything productive done today.